And welcome aboard to NorCal Sports Television and the NorCal Sports Television All NorCal Showcase. Brian Fonseca alongside producer Luis Rangel. And today we have this is the 1 p.m. scheduled game with CE Supreme, Central East Supreme, taking on Team Daily Gold. And right away, right off the bat, there's Jaden Jones with a bucket for the Supreme. Just for part of watching Supreme the previous game, and Supreme was prevailed over the Outlaws from Lodi. There's a nice pass inside and a bucket. And that is Santiano with the bucket. And we're off to a quick start. We haven't seen too many quick starts here. Usually it takes the teams a while to get going, but these two teams are off and running. CE Supreme from Fresno. Count the three there. Jaden Jones have a start. 5 for Jaden. Team Daily 13 and under. Cito Medina out top. The Supreme will bring the heat. They like the pressure. They like pace. So really good at passing the ball. Drive, strong, doesn't go. The rebound does. And that looked like our previous player of the game, Xander Jones, was able to come in for the offensive rebound. And I believe Xander's going to shoot one. For the and one, Xander's free throw is off the mark. 7-3, Xander the player of the game. In the previous game, Xander scored 10 points, part of a balanced attack. As 9 of the Supremes scored in the previous game. We'll see the Gold have their hands full here with the Supremes. 7-2. 18-minute running halves. If the game is close, within 10 in the last 2 minutes will be a stop clock regulation on the clock. Nice ball movement by the Supreme. Nice block, as that was number 30. Neat rolling in and made a nice swat. CE maintains possession and might be your day. Another bank shot. Lorenko with the 3. So everything going CE's way right about now. That was Quentin Lorenko. Knocking down the 3. Stolen. Z Jones with the bucket. Z, great anticipation. Able to convert. Another steal. Score it. Coleman. Jaron Coleman. And had a great read on it, able to catch it, convert. And the Supreme can score in bunches. League quickly now jumps out 14-2. Jones with the steal. He's looking at the bucket, pulls up between the legs. Xander drives, nice pass inside. Xander could have probably took that to the hoop, was able to dish it off. Love to see that unselfish play. Ball's knocked around in the backcourt by Roberts. Just no let up. Players' bodies flying everywhere. (12-2) Supreme out in front. Macedo Medina calling out the plays to his team. The Supreme in a man-to-man, but they will look to jump and double out of that Supreme, out of that defense, that is. Nice switch there. Good read. And we're going to have a foul. So tough to play against Roberts. Here's a good look at that defense. Smothering Roberts came in with the steal. That was Coleman, I think, with the on-ball defense. Really, really get after it defensively. They've been fun to watch. If you're playing against the Supreme, there is no let up or no rest. You are constantly worried about pressure or somebody attacking you. Supreme really doing a fine job. Nice pass. 3 from the corner, around and out. Jones. Stick back attempt didn't go. Coleman inside. Count the bucket. Jaron Coleman strong inside. There's a look at that. Coleman able to snag it. Springs up. Contact. Got it. And Coleman will head to the line. Jaron Coleman. So Coleman, Jones, Roberts, Jaden Jones, Barranco for the Supreme. High arcing free throw off the right side of the rim. Babneet with the rebound, kicks it up to Maha Bushan. Rebound, and we're going to have a foul in the other hand. Here's a good look. I was ready to pronounce it. I believe I blew it. I believe it's Maha Boshana, I believe. Boshana. Hopefully I got that right. To all the fans and families back home, we know names are important, so we try to get them. Sometimes there's just not a lot of time in between games. That free throw is long. If you're wondering at the college level sometimes, or on TV, or how you see that, well, a lot of times the PR departments or athletic departments will actually have pronunciation guides for announcers. So Z Jones heads to the free throw line. That one is a bit strong. Can be acquired skill for these young players, especially when they get to the free throw line. The heart is pumping so fast to just breathe and slow down. And we have a timeout. Supreme out in front of Team Daily Gold, 14-2. We'll be right back. Fourteen to 2. CE Supreme, Central East Supreme out in front. Team Daily Gold, you see right here a classic example of what Supreme likes to do. They will pressure in the backcourt. They look to push the tempo. They do a fantastic job of staying in front of their opposition. They will look to trap and look to make things happen. You might see them kind of cheating towards the man. There's a nice pass inside. Really able to run down his own rebound, pulls it back out. There's just no let up, no rest. Against the trapping defense like Supreme. There's a drive, doesn't go, rebound, got it. And I believe that was Bob Meats. No, that was Bailey, number 30. We have 2 30s on the Team Daily. Kick out for a three here from the wing. In rhythm, around and out. Rebound doesn't go. Another rebound. Soriano. And Gavin Soriano will head to the line. Here's a look at that. Around and out. Coleman went way up. Might have been bumped and fouled. Soriano able to get it. Great rebounding. Really like how you see those two hands to the ball. And Gavin Soriano for a free throw. High arcer, back iron, and off. Soriano had some great series in the second half of the previous game where he was making plays on the defensive end, pushing the ball, passing for assists. Here's that second free throw, high arcer, and good. So Gavin with his first point. Five of the Supreme have played. Love the balance that we've seen by the Supreme in these two games. Nice defense, and we're going to have a 10-second call. Nice defense there by Soriano. Really, I enjoy how hard he plays and how he gets after it, and kind of does a lot of little things, Soriano. One-3-1 zone, it looks like, by Team Daly. Soriano on the baseline, skips it to the top. That's a three, again around and out. Supremes had a couple that looked like they were going down, and the rim just kicked them back out. Here we go. Almost in the game there as the ball rolled right towards us. That was Soria with the three-point attempt. Actually, that was not Soria. We have a third number three. That was Herod. Apologize about that. That was Kendrick Herod. Herod, three in the pink shoes. Ball will stay here. 15-4. Just under 8 minutes to go. Brian, Coach Fonseca with you. Ball swung to Earl. Earl drives left. Earl, nice pass inside. Earl with the dump pass to Soriano. 17-4. Earl's been very effective around the basket. That time he was able to drive and dumped a nice pass to his teammate for an easy two. 17-4. Pass over the top. We'll have a kick ball, and that'll go out of bounds. Substitutions in as Roberts checks back in. Coleman will take a quick breather. Lots of smiles on that. Lots of personality over on that Supreme bench. As they're all sitting together towards the front of the bench. Rebound to Soriano. Drives on the left side. Passes. Nice pass. Flip shot by Herod. That's a nice series there. Stolen. Earl. He has it stolen. Might have went a little too much there on the pass. But again, as you can see, the Supreme jump right back into defense. There's no wasted time. These players are in fantastic shape. 19-4 drive, pull up, short. His own rebound, spin move, right hand. Had a good look. That was Bob Neat. Quickly up. Lay it up, didn't go. Soriano with the rebound. Nice pass inside to Earl. Soriano with the roller assist. I haven't seen that too often. He literally rolled it to the big man. Hey, whatever works. Gavin Soriano, here's a look at that. Bounce pass. Nicely done. Nice catch. Very unselfish. The Supreme team really moved up. Quick drive. Another nice pass. Inside out. Three from the wing. Off the mark. Good look. Good offense. See Earl challenging the ball on defense. There's just no rest. If you're the opposition, as soon as you get it, expect to see a jersey and somebody harassing you. It's constant. Nice pass inside. Spin move on the baseline doesn't go. Rebound, I believe that's Rico with a try or two. Couldn't convert, that is Rico wearing number 55. Stolen by Earl. Earl out in front. Stops. Unable to convert. Run down by the Supreme. I love the patience here. Drive. Scoop. Roberts had a good look. He might have been able to dump that to Earl over the top. 21-4. Smothering defense by Supreme. 10-second violation is called. That's the second violation. It's a challenge, no doubt, to face a team that constantly has a defender right in your grill. And I know as a former player back in the day, many moons ago, that bothered me if I couldn't see it. And when you have somebody up in your face the whole time, boy, that's hard. Nice pass inside. We're going to have a free throw here by Donnelly. Here's a good look. I believe that was Earl who made the pass. Inside, nice look. Donnelly got shoved to the floor. He's going to shoot two. Donnelly wearing number 14. First free throw is no good. Donnelly with the White Sox. Right-hander. Second free throw is no good. .318 left to go. The story of this one has been the pressure by the Supreme. That's Hassan, number one. Hassan coming off the bench there, going behind the back. He was prepared for the pressure, was able to escape. Nice job of getting the ball across. Spin move, pull up, mid-range, high off the glass, didn't go. That was Macedo Medina. Rico with the rebound, back to Macedo. Medina skip three, and it's blocked. Hassan thought he had an opening. Kaleem Roberts said, not so fast, as Roberts flew over to make the block. Might have been a chance to lift fake Roberts on that one. Nice defense by the Supreme. Hear them chanting defense. That's a pull-up too long. And Rico saves it to Roberts. Roberts has it. Looks like he was going to Earl. Earl had pulled up. Soria back to Roberts. Well, that's one way to do it. First bucket for Roberts. And that's, again, the ninth. Supreme to score as Earl finishes it. And now pressure starting to take its toll on the goal. 25-4. Macedo Medina cross, gets it across. Drives, left hand layup. Off the glass, unable to convert. Comes Roberts. And nice pass in there, back to Earl. Earl from the elbow. Don't see many elbow jumpers anymore. Ball knocked around. Bailey has it. Once again, you see the Supreme picking up in the backcourt. And speaking of backcourt, we're going to have a backcourt violation. Constant pressure. And that's what the Supreme are doing a great job of today. Again, we've seen them now, the Supreme, in back-to-back games. Officials having a little discussion. Nathan Kincaid and Jimmy Goff. Under a minute to go. Coach Benedict Gakrama. I think there was some talk about the line. .30 seconds to go here in the first half. Pull up from mid-range, back iron, around and out. And here comes the Supreme. Ooh, nice sneaky along the sideline. Flip shot is up, doesn't go. Rebound. There's Soriano, he's everywhere. And Jinkerson thought he was going to the basket. That actually was not a bad idea. Just not quite on the same page. Solid first half for CE Supreme, Central East Supreme. 25. Team Daly 13. U Gold 4. We'll be back with the second half. You're watching NorCal Sports TV. And welcome back to the second half. CE Supreme, Central East Supreme, taking on Team Daly from Tracy is my understanding. 25-4, the story of this game. The pressure applied by Supreme and their ability to convert. So drive and spin on the baseline, nice move. And that's Bavneet. He's going to head to the line. Here's a look at that. Catches it on the baseline. Nice spin. Really set up his footwork there well. Able to convert. It's his first bucket. Bavneet now with the chance for one-on-one. If you're just joining us, Team Daly in the white and gray printed jerseys, I would call those, with black numbers. That's the free throw is good. Bavneet with the three-point play, 25-7. The Supreme in the black and orange. Floater from the baseline. Doesn't go. Kept alive by Laranco. Now he gets it back in the corner. That's how you do it. Reward the man who keeps it alive. And Laranco with his second three-pointer from the corner. That was nicely done. A nice sequence. Quentin Laranco knocks it down. There's a three by Messino Medina. First three of the game, first made three by Team Daly, 28-10. We're just underway, second half. Three. Things are heating up here as Jaden Jones says, I've got a three in my bag. Let me pull that out. Excuse me, Z Jones. I said Jaden, that was Xander who banged that, I believe. Yes, it was. Drive, right-hand side. Whistle. Coach Jimmy is going to call, Coach Jimmy, ref Jimmy is going to call it. Jimmy got it. Calls a foul on the ground. 31-10. Rico will inbound it for Team Daly. Ball stolen by Jones. Jones up half court. Looks like Coach Donnelly wants to have his team slow it down. See the backcourt pressure. There's Jaden Jones with the steal again. Coach having them slow it down, it looks like a bit. Xander over to Jaden. 3-second violation call. Make sure to check out the NorCalSportsTV.com website. Lots of events happening here in the next couple months. August, we have fall events, and then we'll be rolling into 2026 in no time. There's a turnover. So check out the NorCalSportsTV.com website. Events spread out through Northern California. Many are played here in Stockton, at Ventura. Venture Academy, boy, I'm thinking about the ocean there, Venture Academy. And also throughout Northern California. Runner is off the mark. Loose ball, we're gonna have a jump ball. 31-10. CE Supreme. Supreme will inbound it. They like to run this 1-4 flat. They'll screen and come back. There's some good ball movement. Nice lift fake, drive, floater. Too strong, and that will be Team Daly ball. Daly inbounds it again. Constant man-to-man pressure. That's Jones on defense. Jones is called with the block. Might have been a little contact there. Once again, 9 players on the Supreme have scored. That's a fantastic number. I just love the energy that Xander brings. He was clapping on that play. Had a nice chat with him after the previous game, as Xander was our player of the game. Who will be the player of the game for this game? We're yet to see a lot of choices from this Supreme team. And Xander with the steal, pulls up, head and eyes up, looking for teammates. Kicks it to Roberts. Roberts for a 3 on the wing. Lots of love from the rim. As Colleen gets the 3 to drop. 5 threes now for the Supreme. 34-10. Nice crossover there. Back cut to the rim. Jump stop could have gone up with that 3-pointer. It's off the mark. I thought Santiano had a chance to score it around the basket. You know, most basketball players do not like their shots blocked, so when there's traffic around, sometimes they'll kick it out, and I thought Santiano may have had a look. Substitutions for the Supreme. As Soria and Herod, Soriano, Jinkerson, and Earl are the 5 for the Supreme. Earl likes to drive for the free throw. Oh, nice pass. Soriano had slipped from block to block. That was really nicely done there. Nice execution on the high post offense. Having the post player slide underneath. Hard to defend. There's a nice pull-up. Rebound inside by Bailey. Kicks it out for a 3. Cito Medina had a good look out there. We're going to have a foul in the backcourt. Really a challenge today for Team Daly to get their offense on track. Credit the Supreme defense for being everywhere. Supreme out in front, 34-10. Pass inside, Earl. May have overpassed on that one as Santiano slid down, anticipated the pass, and a nice interception. Here's a nice drive and bucket. Bavneet with his 5th point of the half. 34-12. That was a nice drive from the wing. Here's the, thought he was going to pull, fake me out there. Kick it to the corner, go inside again. Nice patience. There's that inside out. 3, back iron and off. Ball's knocked around. Herod ended up with it. We have a whistle. And Central will inbound underneath their own basket. Now they usually like to go 1-4 across, which means 4 players. 2 on the baseline, 2 on the block, and Earl with the screen and rolls right back. Nice anticipation by Bavneet on the steal. The other way, layup doesn't go. Good defense getting back. Macedo Medina thought he was going to have a chance to convert. Herod out top. Here's a 3. Bit strong. Soria had a good look at a triple from the right wing. Full court pressure, man to man. As Donnelly checks in for Soriano. There's that full court pressure you see, just hard to shake. They are right in front of you. Hip to hip, nose to nose, stomach to stomach, whatever you want to call it. The Supreme are there. Drive, runner, back iron, doesn't go. Knocked around, kept alive, nice job. Bailey had a 3, doesn't go. Bavneet able to convert. Bavneet now getting things going a little bit. That's his 7th point of the half. 34-14. Bavneet having some success driving and around the bucket. Earl had it. Skip pass to the corner. There's a 3 off the backboard. Kept alive. Macedo Medina now on a breakout. He's going to score that one. Macedo Medina now with 5 points. You hear the Supreme bench. A lot of spirit on that sideline. They play with passion. They play with intensity and have a lot of energy. I noticed that during their warm-ups. I noticed that during their on the bench. You can hear the team now. They wanted Donnelly to pull that one from the corner. Here's a 3. That one's short. And there's Earl. Out on top. Back to Herod on top. Over to Jinkerson. Donnelly has it. Kicks it to the corner for 3. A high arcer off the front rim. And here comes Team Daly. Nice outlet pass. Save. Shot. Hung on the lip, but would not go down. So we cross the 7-minute mark. Jinkerson on top. Again, nice ball movement. Soria from 3. Got it. Soria sized it up. Excellent ball movement. You're able as a shooter to rock right into that. That was a nice pass. I believe that was Herod who swung it over for the assist. Ten players now have scored for the Supreme. Spin move inside. Count it. Bavneet now with 9. He catches it. Actually, he drove, spun. He likes that move. Bavneet now with a chance for the 3-point play. He's already made 1 free throw today. 4 buckets. I have him unofficially 1 for 1 from the line. Spins it. Kind of old school there. Not sure. Rick Barry made that popular with the spin, but either way, the free throw is good. And it's 37 now to 19. Cross half court. Ray who just hit one. And good patience. They're really looking to get the ball inside. There's that. Get it to Earl. Kick it back out. He just hit one. That one was around. Thought I had a chance to go down. These rims seem a little bit tight here at Venture. I wouldn't call them shooter's rims. They seem to be a little bit stiff. Balls like that tend to bounce out. A shooter's rim, I would say, is a softer rim where the ball doesn't quite bounce as much and maybe might stay in the cylinder. Skip pass right in front of us. That's stolen. Nice anticipation by Herod. Jenkerson. Back to Herod. 3, long. Rebound, Santiano. Boy, there's that pressure in the backcourt. As a player, you have to be prepared just for constant pressure. As soon as you catch it, there's going to be a defender up in your grill. This is Hassan, by the way. Hassan wearing number 1. Hassan was nice enough to spend some time with me before the game and help me get rosters and numbers straight. So Hassan will inbound right in front of us here in the corner at Venture Academy. We are in the located, Venture is in the south side of Stockton, just outside of Stockton. There's a nice drive. Floater. Rims in and out. Neat really having a nice half. 3 on the left wing. Off the mark. Joy with the rebound. Kicks it to the corner. Count it. Quentin Laronco, that's 3 for him. 3 threes, that is, as he now has 9. And this balanced Supreme group just keeps on rolling and rolling. 3 for Hassan. It goes a little bit strong. Rebound inside. That's Bailey, I believe. And Bailey with the stick back. So Bailey with his second bucket. Bailey now able to run down the rebound. Cross half court. Ball goes inside. Nice pass in there. Donnelly unable to convert. A deep 3. Back iron. Tipped alive, doesn't go. Bailey with the rebound. Bailey, runner, doesn't go. Bailey, and we'll have a jump ball. Team Daly with a series of good looks there, just unable to convert. Dickerson on the right wing. You hear the energy of the Supreme. They have brought it on and off the court this afternoon. From the wing, sorry, off the mark. Another 3, that time Jenkerson. Both those seemed dead on, just didn't quite have the right speed. Nice pass. Oh, it doesn't go. Donnelly is clearly a team favorite by the oohs and ahs on that bench. Oh, nice lift fake on this end. Got it. Macedo Medina with his 7th, a good lift fake. And I'm guessing Donnelly, number 14, is very popular amongst his team, as they all about came out of their shoes there when he nearly scored and the ball rolled out. Minute 37 to go. Very impressive effort by the Supreme. Drive, baseline is off the mark. The teardrop there, the floater. Whistle out top. Have a foul on the Supreme. Minute 12 to go. Cito Medina kicks it back. Drive and a lot of contact there. Ball was knocked out of bounds. Avni, you see, raising his eyes to the sky. He thought he had something going there. He's had a very solid second half with 10 points. Solid is probably an understatement. 10 points in 18 minutes is a pretty good clip here. Let's see what he does here. He gets it, crosses half court, sizes it up, little hesitation, skips it. Nice pass to Hassan. The lefty had a good look. That was nicely done. 20 seconds to go as the Supreme are about to roll to back-to-back wins here, and that's ball game. Central East Supreme 40, Team Daily Gold 23. We'll be back with our player of the game. I'm here with player of the game, Kaleem Roberts. Kaleem and his Central East Supreme with another exciting win. Great win, a lot of fun watching you play.
Thank
Boy,
you.
it looks like you like to do a little bit of everything. I see some rebounds, some passing, some blocking shots.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about some things you like to do on the floor.
Really, I just like to get to the rack. Yeah, that's really like my best part. My getting to the rack and passing, that's my best part of my game. I'm trying to work on my left right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I like it. You know, that is important, the left. And I thought early, especially in the previous game, you really got your team going on. One thing I noticed is your team seems to have a lot of fun and a lot of motion. Is that something you work about? Is that just something about your team? You know, tell me a little bit about the guys you play with.
That's just us. We just what's it called? We just talk a lot, so it's like chemistry and stuff. That's just us. We just have fun.
But you sure play hard, man.
Yeah, thank you.
There's no rest. You really like to get off it. Is that something you work on in practice? Or tell me about that, because you guys do not let up.
It's just practice and everything.
Well, you're fun to watch. You're fun to watch. Tell me, do you have family here? You have anybody back in the know you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my mom. She's always there for me, and she helped me do this. So shout out to my moms.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, hey mom, buy this man a milkshake. You're our player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great work. Again, it's Kaleem Roberts. Kaleem from the Supreme. We'll see you, and we look forward to watching you play more.
Thank you.